Ah, yes. Here we are once again, everyone. It's Cannabis News. I'm your host, Joe Klare. May 14th, 2019, presented as always by the Marijuana Times. Check us out at marijuanatimes.org. Click the video tab there to find this show. A bunch of great articles there as well. A lot of great writers. Social media links and all of that. marijuanatimes.org. Today, talking about the latest on hemp in Ohio. Also an update on the story we did about North Dakota last week. And medical marijuana sales continue to boom, if you will, in Oklahoma. All that is going to be up for discussion. But first, of course, Cannabis News is brought to you by Natureside. Nature-side.com and their organic, all-natural pesticides. Grow safe and poison-free. Don't use harmful chemicals on what you're growing. Don't use banned pesticides. Be regulatory compliant. Do all of these things with a simple trip to nature-side.com. Well, it's more than, if you actually buy the products and use them. But your journey at least starts at nature-side.com. Your journey to growing safe and poison-free. Go check it out there. Proud sponsor of the show. This first story by yours truly. At marijuanatimes.org, the latest on hemp in Ohio. Basically, Ohio is one of the last states to attempt to have any kind of pilot program when it comes to hemp growing and research. Most states had already done that. And then, of course, the Farm Bill late last year was passed and signed by President Trump, which basically legalized hemp and hemp products on a federal level, and the growing of hemp, allowing states, of course, to make their own rules as long as they're in compliance with federal regulations. And Ohio is one of the last states to get on board with that. And in this article, I was able to talk to Tim Johnson, who's a consultant with Cannabis Safety First in Ohio. He's also a member of the Ohio Chamber of Commerce. Things are moving in Ohio, let's put it that way. Are they moving quickly enough? Well, I guess it remains to be seen. Tim told us, he said, we see little resistance in the House and expect a 90% passage rate. Only a few reps have concerns primarily surrounding drug issues. Their perceptions are that of a dare mentality and a lack of knowledge of the history, values, and uses of the plants. There's been a lot of education going on in Columbus, Ohio, by Tim and Beach, a friend of mine and owner of Hemptations in Southwest Ohio, and others, attempting to educate state lawmakers in Ohio about hemp. Because, why this isn't done yet, I don't know. But there are states that don't have hemp programs yet. For whatever reason, as I point out in the article, even the worst lies about marijuana never applied to hemp. So the notion that we're still fighting this, with all the progress that's been made in the cannabis law reform movement, is a bit odd. Yet here we are, and we'll continue to do so, because there's no reason that farmers shouldn't have the option of growing hemp. Not a single valid reason exists that farmers shouldn't be allowed to grow industrial hemp. It's crazy. Last week, we did a story about North Dakota that the press was characterizing as decriminalization of marijuana. It's not quite right, so a little clarification. Governor signs a marijuana penalty reduction law. So it's not technically decriminalization. People still end up with criminal records. The Republican Governor Doug Burgum signed legislation into law reducing marijuana possession penalties. House Bill 1050 reclassifies the possession of up to 1/2 ounce of cannabis and or the personal possession of marijuana-related paraphernalia for a first-time offender from a criminal misdemeanor punishable by up to 30 days in jail to a criminal infraction punishable by a fine but no possibility of jail time. Those charged with subsequent infractions over the course of a calendar year may face the possibility of misdemeanor charges. 2016, North Dakota ranks 6th in the nation in per capita marijuana possession arrests. The new penalties will take effect August 1st, 2019. So not exactly decriminalization in North Dakota, but reduction, which is not as good as decriminalization, and decriminalization is not as good as legalization. So it's a tiny baby step forward. But this is North Dakota. You may remember in 2016 they lost their attempt to legalize adult use marijuana. They have a limited medical marijuana program. So we'll see what happens there, but a step, however tiny, in the right direction. This last story from AP News. April medical marijuana sales top $18 million in Oklahoma. Oklahoma tax officials say medical sales topped $18 million last month, marking the 7th straight month of growth for the new industry. Marijuana sales have grown significantly each month since dispensaries began selling cannabis in October. Of course, we've talked a lot about Oklahoma and the unbelievable quickness in which they've been able to get their medical marijuana program up and running, something that no other state seems to be able to do unless they have a couple years to do it. Oklahoma, it hasn't even been a year since voters voted on medical marijuana in Oklahoma. Since the Oklahoma Medical Marijuana Authority says it has approved more than 104,000 patient licenses since August of last year. It licensed more than 1,400 dispensaries and 2,700 commercial growers. Really incredible, apparent miracle that no other state can duplicate in any way, shape, or form. It's amazing. Continued congratulations to Oklahoma for doing what every other state lawmaker in every other state will tell you is absolutely impossible. But here we are watching Oklahoma do it. Thanks, everybody, for checking out Cannabis News. Of course, we're 5 days a week. You follow all our social media and stuff at marijuanatimes.org. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube. And when you do so, click that little notification bell because that will tell you when a new episode of Cannabis News has dropped. Thank you for liking and sharing and commenting and using this show to spread the truth about cannabis. We've grown a ton. We're coming up on 400 episodes. At the end of this week will be episode 400. Next month we'll celebrate episode 420. It's been an incredible run, and we continue, and that is thanks to you, and we continue to grow thanks to you. So keep doing what you're doing. I'll keep doing what I'm doing. We'll all keep doing what we're doing, and we'll keep moving forward between baby steps towards cannabis law reform progress and major steps. We'll cover them all right here on Cannabis News. Thanks, everybody, for watching and listening today. Check us out on marijuanatimes.org, and we'll see you next time right here on Cannabis News.